In January 2026, a single individual lost $282 million in Bitcoin. They weren't hacked, no one broke into their wallet, no code was exploited. They simply clicked a link. If someone steals your banking password, a fraud department can intervene. They flag the suspicious activity, freeze the account, and return the stolen funds to your balance. Blockchain transactions follow a one-way logic. Once validated, transfers are final. There is no dispute process or reversal. Because the code is nearly unbreakable, attackers stopped targeting the network. Instead, they exploit human authorization, waiting for users to sign transactions they don't understand. This chart breaks down the $11 billion lost to crypto fraud in 2025. Phishing alone accounts for nearly half of that value, driving 49.3% of all stolen funds. Vulnerability has migrated from the network infrastructure to the user's judgment. Scammers use the promise of wealth to cloud a user's critical thinking. Most approval phishing attacks are disguised as harmless prompts to claim free rewards or airdrops. In 2024, a BNB whale clicked a single reward link on social media and lost $13.5 million. They believed they were connecting a wallet to a legitimate protocol, but the interaction was a decoy. Here is the mechanic behind that click. While the user sees a routine connection request, the contract they are signing grants an external wallet unlimited permission to withdraw specific tokens. Once that signature is on-chain, the attacker can drain the account at any time. The anticipation of a reward often prevents a user from verifying the specific contractual permissions they are authorizing. Other attacks target routine habits rather than greed. Address poisoning weaponizes the fact that most users copy and paste destination addresses directly from their transaction history. An attacker sends a tiny $0 transaction to your wallet using a poisoned address. As you can see, the first and last 4 characters are identical to an address you use frequently, but the middle section is entirely different. This is an industrial-scale operation. Between 2022 and 2024, researchers tracked 270 million distinct address poisoning attempts. If you copy that fake address from your history for your next transfer, the funds are gone. In early 2026, one user made this exact error and lost over $12 million in a single transaction. In an environment with no reversal process, a simple reliance on convenience becomes a significant liability. When attackers aren't using greed or habit, they use fear. They create fake wallet interfaces and impersonation scams designed to make you believe your account is at risk. These tactics are becoming more common, with impersonation scams growing by 1,400% in a single year. These attacks use urgent language to force a quick decision. They direct you to sites where the web address is off by a single character, like this subtle change to a legitimate exchange URL. You can identify these attempts by looking for 3 signs: unsolicited approval requests, signatures missing a transaction value, and requests for a seed phrase, something no legitimate service will ever do. Because these attacks target how you perceive a message, your primary defense is recognizing these recurring patterns. Since the network cannot intervene to stop a bad transaction, you have to build the defensive layers yourself. The first tool is Revoke.cash. It allows you to audit your wallet and see every standing smart contract permission you've ever granted, severing the connections to platforms you no longer use. Tool 2 is WalletGuard, a browser extension that simulates transactions. It acts as a second set of eyes, showing you exactly what will happen to your balance before you finalize any signature. For long-term storage, a hardware wallet is necessary. It requires a physical button press on the device to confirm any movement of funds, ensuring that even if your browser is compromised, an attacker cannot remotely drain your tokens. Finally, use an address book to eliminate copy-pasting and keep your daily hot wallet separate from the cold wallet where you store your main holdings. These tools physically interrupt the momentum that a phishing attack relies on to succeed. The crypto industry has spent billions auditing its code, but individual security requires roughly 20 minutes of setup and minimal cost. You should audit your active permissions immediately. We have included a defense checklist in the video description to help you get started.